the state chairman and the chief is in charge of the chief of the community. It's not even a cabinet of
My name is Magnus. I am the gubernatorial candidate of the Social Democratic Party. I am coming here to talk to Igberu people about my plans for Igberu, what we can do to improve your lives here in this community. Other parties will also come to spread their own message. If they have a better message than my own, you follow them and vote for them. If you like my own message, you follow me and vote for me. That's all I'm coming for. I cannot come here and fight you people. This is your community. You are the ones who can help me. Why would I come and fight you? Why would I come and take a chieftaincy title by force in your community? That is not my sense. I am here.
The women, the chief, that is coming to our place.
Let me make you understand. The issue is,
I'm a citizen of Nigeria.
yes.
The Constitution says that I have a right to go to every community, just as you have a right to visit my own village bearer. And you will be safe in my village. I will make sure that you're protected. Next time you come to my village, I'm not taking any. Let me say something.
The chief now is being accommodated.
I am not taking any
Everybody, are you for yourself alone?
Yes.
Are you not with us?
I am a private citizen. I can go to the Bank of Nigeria.
Are you not our government?
If I come to your house,
they need to inform everybody that our guy is coming to you. Everybody is coming.
Now, with all due respect, please permit me to bring to you.
I will help. For you, mobilize people for you. I will help to mobilize people. One day that our guy is coming to our village. I am bring people for you to mobilize. You understand? So since that we are not informed that your guy is coming to our village, we are not informed. Excellency, no, it's not good. Do it front. Don't do it one side. Now we're gonna do it one side.
This afternoon to share our experience, the experience we had this afternoon with the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, so that the authorities as well as the people will have an insight into what is going on in Rivers State. For some time now, there have been series of repressive measures against functional democratic practices here in the state. But out of a sense of responsibility, a sense of loyalty to Rivers State, and a sense of maturity, we have refused over time to share our concerns on some of these issues with the public. But however, as time has gone on, events have continued to escalate. First, there was an incident in Kana local government area when we went there to try to talk to some youth leaders in Kana, and every effort was made to try to sabotage that gathering, including trying to hire boys and all that to come and disrupt that gathering. We ignored it. We didn't say anything in public. Sometime after that, there was a church service in Gokana local government at the Baptist Church in Gokana, where I was invited. And as soon as they heard I was coming, thugs invaded the church took out the banners and all that and tried to disrupt the occasion, which was just an occasion to pray for candidates of Ogoni extraction in the church. But because I was coming, thugs actually went into the church, hired by the local government, Gokana local government, quote and unquote, as a task force. Several members or people who have who joined the SDP, have been harassed in different ways. But we had held our peace, believing that, we should not allow Rivers State to constantly be in the news for the wrong reasons. The young man from the PDP in Ahoda West local government, who was a councillor and decamped to the SDP, has been severally harassed and his life threatened. So many incidents of violence. In fact, the other time I was to have been given a chieftaincy title by the Ezeopata. It would have been a bloodbath. I had to quietly call off my attendants because of all the threats and all that. In all this, we have never taken our case to the public because we didn't want Rivers State once more to make the headlines for the wrong reasons. But over the past few weeks, this series of events have continued to escalate. The other day, one of our supporters in Thai, who was beaten up and his hand cut. Several times when people have tried to hold SDP meetings, the meetings have been disrupted. Thugs will come, scatter the venue and all that. And I held my peace and said, no, nobody should say anything. We will continue to treat these issues, privately. Today, however, the matter has gotten to a point where we can no longer keep quiet. The country must become aware of what is going on in Rivers State. The SDP in Oyibo local government area this morning were to hold a stakeholders meeting. The meeting had been on air, it's just a normal meeting, it's not a rally. And I indicated my intention to attend the meeting in order to encourage our supporters in Oyibo. And also made a condolence visit to one of the kings and then see the chiefs of Oyibo, as well as visit one or two prominent members of the SDP in the area. So the meeting was to hold in a hall in Ayama. This hall was built by me, funded by me, and donated to the community when I was in the Senate as one of my constituency projects. When it was they heard on the radio that we were to hold a meeting there, early this morning, thugs led by the personal assistant to the state PDP chairman, Ambassador Desmond Akawo, broke into the place, scattered everything, and locked up the place and said we could not hold a meeting there, even though prior approval for the facility had been given by the chiefs and elders of the community and all that. When that information was given to me, I duly informed the police and I asked them to withdraw because our principle have been non-confrontation, no violence. And the meeting was taken to the private compound of one of our supporters. And I left here to go and attend the meeting, having moved it out of the hall, which was my own constituency project. When we got to Egberu, the border into Oyibo, the road was blocked by thugs armed with all kinds of dangerous weapons, guns, machetes, knives, that this is the home of Desmond Akawo and that we could not enter Oyibo. There can be no SDP in Oyibo local government. And I'm like, did we mistakenly stray into another country, or is this part of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Because this was happening in broad daylight. The security operatives that are attached to me tried to intervene, and the boys were cocking gun and saying that everybody will die here and all that. And against security advice, I came out from my vehicle and attempted to talk to them. I said, listen, Desmond's children are not here, but you are here. What is our problem? We're coming here to share our message of hope, progress, and prosperity with you. When we finish talking to you, if you like your message, you follow us. If you don't like us, follow those that you value, that you trust. But I also have a village. And other people have been going to my own village to campaign. I've never stopped anybody. When the present governor was bringing GDI to this state, the former governor gave orders that they should be attacked, just as they are doing now. And I was the only one who insisted that nobody can be attacked in Gokana while I'm the leader. The records are there. And I insisted that he will not be attacked. And he was able to come into Gokana peacefully and campaign, because I disobeyed the governor at that time to insist that every politician has a right in a democracy to go around and sell themselves and market themselves to the electorate. Democracy is not an event. It is a process. It is a way of living. It's an acceptance of the basic human freedoms and rights. And one of those freedoms and rights guaranteed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is the freedom to associate and to move around this country freely, without let or hindrance, and without molestation by anybody. The video of what happened to us this morning is available. They didn't hide their faces. They didn't hide their guns. They didn't hide their machetes. And Desmond Akawo, who sponsored this attack on me and peaceful members of my entourage, is somebody I met just 2 days ago at a hotel here in GRA, and we're hugging each other as friends. Yet he had the mind to send children with guns and knives to go and wait for me on the road. If I had died there, he would have sent a condolence message to my wife pretending to be a friend. These kind of friends are not good in our society. Leaders of this nature are dangerous to our democracy. I will go back to Egberu, I will campaign in Egberu, and I will campaign everywhere in Rivers State constitutionally mandated by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But it is time that Nigerians know what is going on here in Rivers State, and the attempts that are being made to forcefully and violently stop other political parties from exercising their democratic rights in this state. It will not be allowed. We will not agree to it, and we will not accept it. I have gone to the Commissioner of Police, and I want to use this opportunity to thank the CP, because in the few days that he has been here, he has done a lot, including holding a meeting with all the political parties to reiterate that space must be made available for all political parties to go about their campaigns peacefully. And I want to say that Nigerians should take note of what is happening in Rivers State. We all know what happened here before and how many people lost their lives needlessly because of the lust for power on the part of those who will not respect the rules of the game. Once more, we are treading the same dangerous path. I want to use this opportunity to appeal to the governor and appeal to all leaders of the PDP, particularly Desmond Akawo himself, that this kind of behavior is not tolerable. And if all of us behave like this, the state will be ungovernable, because everybody has a village and roads pass through all our villages. We also have supporters and boys at home. So I want to appeal to everybody. Let us change the way we do things. Let us do things differently. Let us allow democracy to take root in our time. After 20-something years of practicing democracy, we have reached a point where we should be able to know what the rules of democracy are and try as much as possible to abide by it. To Rivers people, I want to assure you that freedom is coming. We will be free. There will be no kind of intimidation that can take away our constitutional rights in this state. We will be free. We will contest the election, and by the grace of God, we will win the election. Thank you very much.